They say myths are just stories, yet the deeper you look into the Imperial Dragon of China, the harder it becomes to believe that a symbol this powerful could be just a story. In fact, what if I told you that the dragon's greatest secret ain't hidden in temples or ancient scrolls, but in something far closer to you than you imagine? Strange as it sounds, every culture that crossed paths with this guardian of secrets walked away transformed, and not because of superstition, but because of a truth most people still ignore. The uncomfortable truth is this: we were taught to see dragons as fantasy, but the ancient Chinese saw them as a map, a blueprint for power, clarity, and destiny. And the more you explore the secrets of the dragon, the more you realize that the real mystery isn't whether dragons existed, but how a single symbol shaped emperors, nations, and even the identity of millions of people. That's the part schools never told you. Most people go through life feeling disconnected from purpose, overwhelmed by chaos, searching for something that makes sense of everything. Yet the dragon symbolism, once decoded, reveals a way to understand balance, opportunity, and inner strength with surprising simplicity. Almost like unlocking a forgotten ability that was always there, waiting. And yes, this might sound bold, but bold truths tend to hide behind ancient myths. So if you've ever felt that there is more to life than the noise around you, or sense that wisdom exists beyond the surface of things, you're exactly where you need to be. Because the dragon doesn't attract the curious, it calls the ready. And in the next moments, as we dive into the heart of its legend, you'll see why the world's oldest empire built its identity on this creature, and why its message still matters today. In the earliest layers of Chinese history, the image of the Imperial Dragon of China begins not in myths, but in the soil carved into jade by Neolithic hands. In places like the Hongshan and Yangsha cultures, people shaped coiled forms that hinted at a creature both earthly and celestial. These relics feel like whispers from ancestors who already sensed a guardian of secrets emerging from their rituals and dreams. Anyone who has held an ancient artifact knows the strange pull it carries, almost like a forgotten memory resurfacing. And so began the long path toward what we now call Chinese dragon explained. Over time, scholars recognized that the dragon was a fusion of creatures admired for strength, agility, and mystery: serpent, deer, fish, and more. This blend mirrored the way people once tried to understand nature by weaving symbols together. Early farmers, for instance, looked to rivers and storms for survival, giving birth to the earliest ancient Chinese myths. They didn't see the dragon as fantasy, but as an ally hidden inside every bolt of lightning. That is where many of the secrets of the dragon first took form, in humanity's attempt to decode the world around them. Nature itself became the dragon's classroom. Thunder rolling across the sky, a heavenly roar. Water twisting through valleys, a dragon's path carved through earth. This poetic interpretation shaped the foundations of dragon symbolism in China, guiding communities in weather prediction, rituals, and even moral teachings. Today, someone seeking personal insight can use these same symbols, observing patterns in nature, as a form of meditation. It's a surprisingly grounding practice that turns myth into a daily mentor. As China's early dynasties formed, the dragon transformed from a natural force into a divine companion of rulers. This shift marked a deeper understanding of the meaning of the Imperial Dragon, where cosmic energy met political authority. In the scrolls of Chinese mythology explained, this evolution represents the moment the dragon moved from riverbanks into throne rooms. It became a silent advisor shaping decisions, victories, and legacies. A creature that once belonged to storms now belonged equally to destiny. And as mythology expanded, new archetypes emerged, each dragon gaining personality, power, and purpose. These stories enriched the catalogue of mythical creatures of China and laid groundwork for legends such as the Fucanglong treasure dragon, the underground keeper of wisdom. They also built the early history of Chinese dragons, where symbolism and sovereignty intertwined. Even the rise of dragons in Chinese culture traces back to these humble origins. And naturally, whispers of the future legend of the yellow dragon were beginning to gather like mist, a promise of what would unfold next in dragon myths and legends. This origin story also reveals something profound. Each era reshaped the dragon according to humanity's evolving hopes and fears. The same way someone today might reinterpret old symbols to guide modern decisions like choosing career paths, relationships, or creative direction, the ancients reimagined the dragon to reflect their worldview. Some even used dragon motifs as protective talismans, a practice still seen in feng shui traditions. In this sense, the dragon's adaptability may be its greatest secret, a living testament to how myth grows alongside those who believe in it. When the ancient storytellers spoke of the Imperial Dragon of China, they often whispered that it was not alone. In truth, the heavens, seas, and hidden worlds were said to be governed by 9 distinct dragons, each with its own temperament, duty, and cosmic rhythm. These beings formed a celestial council woven throughout dragon myths and legends, each one shaping the balance of existence. For anyone who has studied the deeper layers of Chinese dragon explained, this diversity reveals a universe far richer than a single symbol. It is an invitation to see myth as a living ecosystem. Among these 9, the Huanglong soared above all, patrolling the skies as a guardian of heavenly order. Below him, the Dalong commanded the rivers, guiding the flow of life across the land. Their relationship mirrors the connection between ambition and grounding, one lifting us upward, the other reminding us where we come from. This dynamic appears often in ancient Chinese myths, teaching that harmony comes from honoring both what elevates and what stabilizes us. And just like in modern self-development, we progress when we balance vision with consistency. Then there was the Jiaolong, feared and revered, a water dragon known for testing the courage of those who ventured into the unknown. Many early explorers believed that storms at sea were its way of deciding whether humans deserved safe passage. Its role embodies one of the timeless secrets of the dragon. Growth often emerges from adversity. Today, someone facing uncertainty starting a business, moving countries, embracing a new relationship can see Jiaolong's energy as a reminder that the unknown is not an enemy but a catalyst for transformation. Myth becomes metaphor with astonishing clarity. But among all the dragons, few capture the imagination quite like the Fucanglong treasure dragon, keeper of underground riches and forbidden wisdom. In the world of mythical creatures of China, Fucanglong stands as a symbol of truths buried deep inside us, talents, memories, or insights waiting to be excavated. Ancient emperors believed this dragon protected tombs, archives, and the secrets of time itself. Interpreted practically, it teaches that sometimes our greatest treasures lie beneath layers we haven't yet dared to explore. Journaling, therapy, meditation, these are today's tools for unearthing what Fucanglong guards. Huanglong, the yellow dragon, held an even more mysterious position, a dragon of perfect virtue, appearing only during moments of great transformation. Its presence shaped the legend of the yellow dragon and later the meaning of the Imperial Dragon itself. When Huanglong emerged in myth, it wasn't simply an event, it was a cosmic announcement that destiny had shifted. Modern readers often see it as a symbol of alignment, those rare seasons when everything clicks and clarity floods in. It is no wonder rulers saw this dragon as a divine sign legitimizing their power within the history of Chinese dragons. Together, these 9 dragons created a celestial map that influenced culture, governance, and personal philosophy across centuries. Their stories ripple through dragon symbolism in China, echoing in festivals, architecture, and spiritual practices. Even now, dragons in Chinese culture carry the imprint of this ancient council, guiding beliefs about luck, leadership, and cosmic balance. And as the tales of these beings intertwine, they slowly prepare the listener for the rise of a single figure who would overshadow them all. The sovereign embodiment hinted at in countless Chinese mythology explained scrolls. The dragon destined to define identity, authority, and heaven's will. As Chinese civilization matured, one figure rose above all others, the Imperial Dragon of China. It didn't simply represent power, it became the embodiment of divine legitimacy itself. The moment the yellow dragon, or Huanglong, emerged in myth, everything shifted. This radiant being wasn't just another creature from dragon myths and legends. It became the standard by which emperors measured their right to rule. Anyone studying Chinese dragon explained can feel how destiny and authority became inseparable in this evolution. Huanglong's arrival marked the dragon as more than myth. It became a political language. The emperor's robes bore its luminous form, each thread proclaiming the ruler as heaven's chosen. Wearing the image of the yellow dragon signified alignment with cosmic order, something rulers fiercely protected. After all, symbols can unify a nation more effectively than armies. And in the context of ancient Chinese myths, Huanglong was the ultimate reminder that leadership must reflect balance, wisdom, and discipline. Then came the defining detail, the claws. Common dragons depicted in art carried 3 or 4 claws, but only the Imperial Dragon possessed 5. This distinction was no trivial matter. It was sacred, guarded by law, and deeply rooted in dragon symbolism in China. Wearing or displaying a 5-clawed dragon without permission could cost a person their life. It's a powerful example of how symbols, when infused with meaning, become untouchable. Just as companies today fiercely protect their logos, ancient China protected the meaning of the Imperial Dragon with absolute vigilance. This rise also shaped the emperor's identity as the Son of Heaven, a title implying direct descent from cosmic forces. The throne itself became known as the Dragon Throne, a seat not merely of authority but of spiritual obligation. In various Chinese mythology explained texts, rulers were described as mediators between heaven and earth, tasked with maintaining harmony. This role wasn't metaphorical, it influenced diplomacy, agriculture, architecture, even the layout of entire cities. The dragon became the blueprint for order. Interestingly, this connection to sovereignty also influenced how people viewed themselves. Stories of mythical creatures of China often place dragons at key turning points in history, reinforcing the belief that rulers emerged from celestial ancestry. Some emperors even claimed personal encounters with dragons, insisting Huanglong had appeared to confirm their destiny. These tales became part of the history of Chinese dragons, shaping everything from coronation rituals to military strategies. And whether literal or symbolic, they strengthened the dragon's cultural gravity. With each generation, dragons in Chinese culture deepened their ties to authority and virtue, setting the stage for a legacy that would endure for millennia. The rise of Huanglong was not the end, it was the ignition point. Soon, this dragon would not only shape the ruler but the empire itself, influencing reign, fertility, and cosmic order. And as whispers of the Fucanglong treasure dragon continued beneath the earth, another dimension of the dragon's power prepared to surface, leading naturally into the next mysteries of dragon symbolism in China and imperial divinity. Across centuries, the Imperial Dragon of China became far more than a symbol of rulership, it became the invisible force responsible for nature's balance. People believed the dragon breathed clouds, stirred monsoons, and shaped the rhythm of the seasons. In every village, farmers looked to the sky as though consulting a guardian of secrets who decided whether harvests would flourish or fail. And within the tapestry of Chinese Dragon Explained, this role reveals how deeply myth and survival were intertwined. Rain, the lifeblood of agriculture, was seen as a gift carried on the dragon's back. When rivers overflowed, the dragon was restless. When drought struck, it was a sign it had turned away. Communities formed rituals, dances, and offerings to appeal to the celestial ally acts preserved in ancient Chinese myths. Even today, in certain rural regions, elders still perform ceremonies inspired by those ancient traditions. This embodies one of the quiet secrets of the dragon. Gratitude is a dialogue, not a request. In this way, dragon worship was not superstition, it was a practical system for psychological resilience. By attributing natural cycles to dragon symbolism in China, people found meaning in hardship and motivation in uncertainty. Imagine facing a difficult season in life. Viewing challenges as temporary weather patterns can shift one's mindset profoundly. Many modern mindfulness practices mirror this idea, showing how ancient wisdom still guides personal stability. And the meaning of the Imperial Dragon reinforces that perseverance shapes abundance. Just as the emperor sat upon the dragon throne, the empire itself rested on the dragon's ability to regulate cosmic order. Maintaining harmony between heaven and earth was known as upholding the mandate of heaven, a central theme in Chinese mythology explained. Leaders were judged not only by their decisions but by the state of the natural world. Floods, eclipses, or earthquakes were interpreted as cosmic warnings. This worldview transformed governance into a spiritual discipline, where morality carried meteorological consequences. Legends tell that upon death, certain rulers transcended their human form and became dragons themselves. Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor, is often cited as one whose spirit transformed into a soaring dragon returning to the heavens. These tales built a bridge between royalty and myth, reinforcing the belief that virtuous leadership carried divine potential. Within the lore of mythical creatures of China, such transformations highlight the intimate bond between humans and the celestial realm. The history of Chinese dragons is filled with these powerful metamorphoses. Even today, echoes of these beliefs ripple through dragons in Chinese culture, from New Year dances to temple carvings that bless towns with favorable seasons. The myths remind us that influence is not imposed. It is cultivated through harmony, humility, and responsibility. Meanwhile, deep beneath the earth, the Fucanglong treasure dragon waits patiently, guarding secrets of wisdom and fate. Soon, its hidden domain will unveil another piece of the puzzle, connecting the flow of nature with the concealed truths at the heart of dragon myths and legends. Deep beneath mountains, temples, and forgotten tombs, the Fucanglong treasure dragon waits in silence, a guardian of truths too powerful for ordinary eyes. Unlike the Imperial Dragon of China, who governs skies and emperors, Fucanglong rules the unseen world, buried treasures, hidden archives, and cosmic mysteries sealed by time. In many ancient Chinese myths, this dragon appears only in moments of profound destiny. To encounter it is to confront one's own potential. After all, what greater treasure exists than the wisdom we haven't yet uncovered? In myth, Fucanglong does not hoard gold for greed but protects it as a symbol. The treasures represent knowledge, clarity, and inner strength qualities people often overlook while chasing surface-level success. This mirrors one of the oldest secrets of the dragon. True wealth is stored beneath layers of experience. Anyone practicing introspection journaling, meditation, therapy has already begun the journey that Chinese dragon explained texts hint at. The dragon teaches that what lies below often shapes what rises above. Ancient emperors believed Fucanglong guarded their tombs, ensuring that only those with divine mandate could access certain truths. The idea wasn't just mystical, it reinforced power structures. Imperial advisors often use this symbolism to remind rulers that wisdom demands humility. In the context of dragon symbolism in China, Fucanglong becomes a mirror reflecting the weight of responsibility. Imagine applying this today. Before seeking recognition or success, one must first guard and refine their inner treasures. It's a timeless lesson wrapped in myth. Some scrolls describe Fucanglong as capable of causing volcanic eruptions when emerging from the earth, its ascent representing the sudden surfacing of cosmic insight. This imagery appears across Chinese mythology explained manuscripts, showing that revelation can be disruptive, even uncomfortable. Just like personal breakthroughs, which often erupt after periods of pressure. The dragon reminds us that transformation doesn't arrive gently, it arrives with force, reshaping everything. Such metaphors show why it remains one of the most profound mythical creatures of China. In the history of Chinese dragons, Fucanglong holds a unique position, silent, mysterious, and feared not for violence but for truth. Scholars believe that only those aligned with heaven's will could awaken its power without consequence. It echoes the idea found throughout dragons in Chinese culture that wisdom must be earned, not taken. This is why many spiritual traditions in China incorporate symbolic descent into darkness before enlightenment. One must step into the unknown as bravely as a hero facing the dragon's lair. As myths evolved, Fucanglong's role deepened, connecting the underworld to imperial destiny. Its presence threads through dragon myths and legends, always hinting that what is hidden fuels what becomes visible. And as the legend of the yellow dragon begins to rise in the next chapter, the dance between surface and depth becomes clearer than ever. The more we uncover about Fucanglong, the more we realize that every mystery leads to another and that the heart of the empire was built not only on power above, but secrets below. High above the mortal world, the great forces of yin and yang swirl in an endless dance, and the Imperial Dragon of China is often depicted as the thread stitching these energies together. In ancient cosmology, the dragon wasn't merely a creature, it was a living equation of balance. Already seen as a guardian of secrets, it held the harmony of heaven and earth within its coils. This is why, in Chinese dragon explained texts, the dragon is never chaotic, it is the architect of order itself. Its presence signals alignment, not disorder. Each of the 5 elements wood, fire, earth, metal, and water interacts with the dragon as if responding to a conductor. Ancient scholars believe the dragon shifted forms depending on which element governed the season, revealing another layer within ancient Chinese myths. This relationship mirrors how we adapt to our own seasons in life. Whether entering a phase of growth, reflection, or transformation, we navigate cycles just as the dragon navigates the cosmic calendar. It's one of the subtle secrets of the dragon that remains relevant today. At the edges of the sky stand the 4 celestial beasts, the azure dragon of the east, the white tiger of the west, the vermilion bird of the south, and the black tortoise of the north. Together, they form a compass of myth, guiding rituals, architecture, and imperial decisions. Yet at the center stands Huanglong, the yellow dragon radiating stability. This central role deepened the meaning of the Imperial Dragon, linking it to balance and unity. These creatures represent more than directions. They represent ways of orienting one's life. In many Chinese mythology explained scrolls, these celestial guardians correspond to virtues: courage, wisdom, resilience, and transformation. The dragon's domain, the east, symbolizes renewal, much like the sunrise. This symbolism is still used in feng shui, martial arts, and meditation practices. Someone today, seeking clarity, might place dragon imagery in the eastern part of their home to symbolize beginnings. This blend of myth and daily action is why these beings endure as the most influential mythical creatures of China. Imperial geographers once aligned entire cities according to these celestial markers. They believed that if the capital mirrored the heavens, stability would ripple through the empire. This philosophy shaped the history of Chinese dragons and established the belief that good governance required cosmic harmony. Even now, dragons in Chinese culture appear in blueprints of temples and royal tombs. The Empress Palace wasn't just a seat of power, it was a living star map carved into stone. And as all these forces converge, the figure of Huanglong, the center dragon, shines brighter. It is the stillness within movement, the eye within the storm. Its influence flows directly into the emperor's identity, bridging myth and lineage. Soon, the narrative shifts from celestial order to human destiny, showing how dragons shaped not only the heavens but the very bloodline of a nation. And as dragon myths and legends continue to unfold, the next chapter reveals how deeply the dragon resides within the heart of the people themselves. For countless generations, people in China grew up hearing that they were descendants of the Imperial Dragon of China. This idea was more than a comforting story, it was a powerful identity framework. To be children of the dragon meant carrying a spark of greatness, a link to a guardian of secrets who watched over history itself. In many Chinese Dragon Explained accounts, this belief gave ordinary people a sense of cosmic importance. It's like being told from childhood, you come from something majestic, so act accordingly. Inside the imperial court, the dragon wasn't just honored, it was everywhere. Golden dragons coiled around pillars, gazed down from ceilings, and danced across silk robes worn by the emperor. Every corner of the palace whispered fragments of ancient Chinese myths, reminding the ruler that his authority came from the heavens, not from ego. These designs were not random art, they encoded the secrets of the dragon into daily life. Even today, one look at those artifacts and you can feel the weight of dragon symbolism in China pressing gently on the soul. The emperor himself was called the Son of Heaven, and his throne was famously known as the Dragon Throne. Sitting there wasn't just a political act, it was a spiritual statement. The meaning of the imperial dragon fused with his very identity. He was expected to embody balance, wisdom, and restraint, much like the dragon in the sky. In Chinese mythology explained scrolls, a good emperor mirrored the dragon's virtues, while a corrupt one invited disaster. It is a potent reminder that leadership is less about status and more about alignment with higher principles. Strict laws govern how dragon imagery could be used. Only the emperor could claim the five-clawed dragon, nobles had to settle for fewer claws, and commoners were forbidden to use certain designs at all. To break this rule was to challenge the emperor directly, a crime sometimes punished by death. These rules, preserved in the history of Chinese dragons, show just how seriously symbols were taken. Just as modern brands protect their logos, dragons in Chinese culture were carefully controlled to protect the structure of power and identity. Yet, even with those restrictions, the dragons seeped into the hearts of the people. They might not wear imperial dragons, but they used gentler versions in art, festivals, and family traditions. Fireworks, embroidery, lanterns all carried echoes of mythical creatures of China and the grand lineage they represented. Over time, the dragon became both royal and familiar, distant in lore, close in spirit. Many families quietly believed that somewhere in their ancestry, the blood of the dragon flowed, just as told in old dragon myths and legends. In this way, the dragon shaped not only how emperors saw themselves, but how an entire civilization understood its place in the world. To be Chinese was, in a sense, to walk under the shadow and blessing of the dragon. And as the legend of the yellow dragon spread beyond borders, the image of the Imperial Dragon of China began to travel too, influencing other cultures, other myths, and other identities. The story was no longer confined to one empire. It was ready to become a bridge across nations in the next great chapter of dragon symbolism in China and beyond. As centuries passed, the influence of the Imperial Dragon of China flowed beyond its homeland like a great river seeking new horizons. Neighboring cultures observed China's reverence for this guardian of secrets and adapted the imagery into their own mythic frameworks. In many Chinese Dragon Explained manuscripts, you'll find subtle notes on how foreigners viewed the dragon equal parts, or curiosity and respect. It marked the beginning of the dragon's global journey, expanding the reach of ancient Chinese myths far beyond their origin. Myth, after all, thrives on migration. In Korea, the Yong emerged, a graceful, benevolent being associated with protection, especially over palaces and rainfall. Its presence echoes many of the secrets of the dragon, reminding rulers that harmony must be nurtured. Korean folklore often portrays the Yong as a symbol of justice, appearing during pivotal moments in history. This mirrors the same core values found in dragon symbolism in China. The dragon became a shared cultural thread across borders, proof that certain truths resonate universally. Japan, meanwhile, embraced the Ryu and its sea deity counterpart, Ryujin. These dragons embodied wisdom, transformation, and the unpredictable power of water. Their shrines sit near coastlines, guarding fishermen and travelers. Japanese legends frequently intersect with themes found in Chinese mythology explained, yet with a uniquely Japanese temperament more introspective, sometimes more tempestuous. Among the mythical creatures of China, few traveled as seamlessly into Japanese tradition as the dragon did. In Vietnam, the dragon became an ancestor. The Vietnamese believe they descended from a dragon father and a fairy mother, weaving this lineage into national identity itself. The Huanglong symbolizes prosperity, courage, and cultural resilience, echoing elements from the history of Chinese dragons while developing its own distinct voice. This belief strengthened national unity during challenging eras, much like how dragons in Chinese culture uplift communities during festivals. Myth became a pillar of identity, not just a story to be told. Across Asia, the dragon also became an ambassador of art, architecture, and celebration. The dragon dance, performed during Lunar New Year, carries echoes of ancient rituals designed to summon rain and fortune. The Dragon Boat Festival, rooted in patriotic legend, spreads across borders with astonishing vitality. Both events preserve the meaning of the imperial dragon in movement and music. Anyone witnessing these traditions can feel the heartbeat of dragon myths and legends pulsing through the crowds. And as the dragon journeyed outward, it transformed into a unifying symbol of bridge between nations, eras, and belief systems. Whether appearing in temples, scrolls, or modern festivals, the dragon's legacy speaks of connection rather than conquest. Its global influence reveals a profound truth. Great myths don't fade, they evolve. They travel, they teach. And as we approach the final chapter, the legend of the Yellow Dragon prepares to unveil the ultimate insight hidden within the heart of the dragon, a secret carried through time, awaiting its final revelation. As the journey nears its end, the Imperial Dragon of China rises once more, its silhouette cutting through mist and thunder like a timeless guardian. But now, after traveling through myths, dynasties, and distant lands, the question returns with greater weight. What secret does this ancient being keep? In many tales, the dragon is described not only as a protector but as a guardian of secrets whose silence speaks louder than prophecy. Across countless Chinese dragon-explained narratives, one truth becomes clear: the dragon's greatest power is not in its roar, but in its wisdom. Through centuries of ancient Chinese myths, the dragon appears whenever the world needs guidance. Yet it never hands answers directly. Instead, it nudges, hints, and challenges. This is the essence of the secrets of the dragon. Wisdom must be earned, not delivered. It mirrors life itself. Answers arrive only when we are ready to understand them. In this way, the dragon becomes a mentor, teaching patience, humility, and perseverance. And the deeper one studies dragon symbolism in China, the more these patterns reveal themselves. Hidden beneath its golden scales lies a reminder that balance is the core of existence. Power without compassion collapses, ambition without discipline destroys, destiny without humility blinds. These teachings echo throughout the meaning of the Imperial Dragon, shaping emperors and commoners alike. Many seekers today explore these lessons through meditation, philosophy, or journaling, applying ancient symbolism to modern growth. It's astonishing how often Chinese mythology explained aligns with real-life self-development. Some legends say that the dragon guards a cosmic library, a vault containing the truths of creation, time, and destiny. Yet only those who prove themselves through virtue, clarity, and harmony may glimpse its contents. This intertwines beautifully with tales of the Fucanglong treasure dragon, who protects buried knowledge until the worthy appear. Within the wider history of Chinese dragons, this motif repeats. Wisdom is a treasure, and treasures require responsibility. Even mythical creatures of China share this theme, reinforcing the dragon's spiritual role. Ultimately, the dragon does not guard gold, it guards understanding. It challenges humanity to rise above fear, ego, and chaos. Much like the dawn of the legend of the Yellow Dragon symbolizes renewal and awakening. From festivals to philosophy, dragons in Chinese culture remind people that harmony is not a destination but a practice. And in every whispered myth across generations, the dragon asks the same quiet question: are you seeking power, or are you seeking meaning? So the dragon ascends through clouds, thunder echoing behind it, carrying secrets that cannot be spoken but can be lived. As its golden body disappears into the heavens, the final insight from these dragon myths and legends becomes clear. To understand the dragon is to understand the soul of China itself, and perhaps, in some small way, to understand your own. Yet even now, the dragon leaves a final invitation lingering in the air, a mystery waiting just beyond the next breath. In the end, after following the dragon's trail through myths, dynasties, secrets, and revelations, one truth rises above all others. The dragon was never just a creature, it was a mirror. A guide. A silent mentor reminding humanity that power without balance destroys, but power with wisdom transforms. And whether in the halls of emperors or the stories told by Lantern Light, the Imperial Dragon of China continues to whisper the same message. Harmony is the greatest treasure of all. When you look closely, every legend we explored, every celestial sign, every hidden vault guarded by the Fucanglong treasure dragon, every appearance of the yellow dragon points back to you. Yes, you. Because the dragon's journey is really an invitation for you to reclaim your strength, understand your own mysteries, and rise above the chaos of the world with clarity and purpose. The old texts were right. Those who seek the dragon's secrets don't walk away with answers. They walk away awakened. And now that you've traveled through the heart of dragon symbolism in China, something changes inside you. A shift, a spark, a realization that ancient wisdom isn't distant, it's alive, relevant, and ready to guide your next steps. Few people ever explore these truths deeply. Fewer aim to understand them. But you stayed until the end, and that already places you among the rare ones who truly seek meaning. So before the dragon's shadow fades into the mist once more, let me tell you one final thing. This journey doesn't end here. There are more myths to uncover, more secrets to unlock, more wisdom hidden in symbols the world has forgotten. And if you want to keep diving into these mysteries with me, then don't just watch, be part of this circle. Subscribe to the channel and activate the notifications, so the next time the dragon rises, you'll be the first to see where its legend leads. The next revelation might be the one that changes everything.